Hey Cricut family, this is Robin from Cricut Member Care. Today I'm going to show you how to cut out a vinyl sticker. Normally I'm the one behind the scenes just narrating, but today I'm going to actually show you the whole process of cutting out a basic vinyl sticker. So we have our design space up real quick. I've got my vinyl already cut out, and I'm going to use my light gripped mat today because it is a nice new mat. And that's the blue one, if you can't tell the color. And also, one quick thing I will always preach to you if you talk to me on the phone or if you talk to me in general about Cricut. Do not get rid of this plastic, ever. I once had a cat decide to roll on it and destroyed my mat without my plastic. And I literally, even though I knew not to get rid of the plastic, I had it off for like 2 minutes. And we had to basically replace the mat. So here I just took the plastic off the mat because my cat is nowhere to be seen right now. And I'm going to go ahead and just prep this by putting my vinyl on the mat. Now, ignore the fact that it is cut terribly. I have a trimmer, but I'm too lazy to go get it. So I'm just going to put this on the mat carefully and line it up as best I can. If it's not perfect, don't worry, at least in my case. I'm going to be doing something that is relatively small, and that is a little off, or a little too off for my taste. It's just going to be, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. For those of you who don't know, I have changed my nickname on my YouTube to Crazy Cricut Lady, partially because I am a crazy cat lady, and you'll see exactly why, because we're going to actually cut out a real sticker here. I normally don't do that if you're talking to me on the phone just because I love you all, but we all have unique tastes with our own projects. But this case, I'm going to be cutting it out, and I'm going to put it right here on my maker. So I'm just going to go to my uploaded. I already have this pre-uploaded right here. I'm going to choose this beautiful cat peeking up from the top. Just because I already have this pre-uploaded. I've probably made 3 or 4 videos already on how to upload images, and I'm going to be making a couple more with separate layers. But anyways, right now, it just showed up. Right now it's only showing 3.253 in width by 1.854 in height. I'm going to make mine a bit bigger. In fact, yeah, I'm going to make mine a lot bigger. I'm probably going to make it 4, and you can see I'm adjusting the size by clicking on this beautiful arrow button here and going in and out. So if I want to make it smaller, I just go in towards the image. If I make it bigger, I go out towards the image, or away from the image. Anyways, I'm going to make it much bigger because I love my cat, and I think this is a very cute image. And she's actually black and white too, so that's why I have the black vinyl, and it's going to have the white background. Now, you don't need to put any stickers on your Cricut. It's just a thing that a lot of people do. Some people even name their Cricut. Here's a funny story. I've heard people name their Cricut, call into Cricut Member Care and say, Maggie, for example, I just pulled that name off the top of my head, is not working. And we're like, who's Maggie? And she's like, my Cricut. And people actually have had funerals for their Cricut when we said, oh, sorry, you have to replace your machine, or it's time to get a new machine. And they have literally sent in machines with like candles and like we will miss you cards and stuff. So that's just a funny story. If you are into that, do that. Like, I'm not judging. It is a beautiful machine. As someone who never expected to even touch a machine when she got a job here and now has 2 of them, the other one is currently owned by my grandmother. This is something that it's really easy to catch on to and to really enjoy it. Also, if you notice, I've changed my sticker to a Cricut Cutie. Don't ask me where to get them. I don't know. Anyways, back to this. So I'm going to go ahead. It's about 6 inches, 5.976 wide. Again, if you really get picky, you can adjust the size here. I'm not that picky, but if you want it to be a specific height or a specific width, then it's going to. Oh, someone is saying hello. Anyways, I'm going to put her down so that she doesn't get hair all over my mat. And let's go ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Make It. So this is roughly how big it's going to look on my mat. In fact, I think I can make it a little bit bigger because it's about halfway, so it would be about here on my mat. I want mine a little bit bigger. So I always like this because I can go from Make It and cancel, and it doesn't freak out or anything. I go back and forth between Make It and the canvas so often that I forget what I'm doing until I actually want to cut something. It's great because it gives you a matte preview. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's go with roughly 7 inches. I'm going to click on Make It again. Yeah, that's about what I like. It'll definitely be big enough to fit here, but not too big. And it'll be nice because I'll open up my Cricut and it'll be like my cat's just sitting right there going, "Hey Mom, what are you doing?" Even though she does that already. So and I need to turn my machine on. It says no device found because I forgot to turn my machine on. Go figure. So it's going to make a really funny sound in just a second. That's normal. That's a good thing. Just a quick tip too. This says Maker USB. You can also connect it to via Bluetooth. This is not limited to a computer. You can do it on your phone, your tablet. If I said it somewhere. Anyways, you can do it on your phone, your tablet. You do not have to. Oh, and I accidentally had it on a machine mode. So right now, the machine mode, this is just a good thing to know. It's on Explore just because I was messing around. But I have a Maker. So I need to go here, click on Cricut Maker. That's easy. Fix that. Go back to it. Now it's going to be like, oh, we're looking for a Maker. Oh, there's a Maker right here. Awesome. So now it says set material. I already have set the material, and it's going to ask me what material I'm using. So I'm going to go to Browse All Material. It has vinyl on there, but I'm going to use premium vinyl. So you can either search it, or I'm just going to scroll because I'm lazy. And yeah, you can use premium vinyl if it loads. That's paper vinyl. This is premium permanent vinyl. I know what I'm doing. But that's the thing is, Cricut sells permanent and removable vinyl, and then just regular premium vinyl. So I'm actually just going to click on premium vinyl because there's no difference between permanent and removable in the sense of thickness, and that's all that this matters. They do have stuff like glitter and holographic that is a little bit thicker, so keep that in mind. And then now it's saying make sure you have your fine point blade in. I do have it in, but I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this is how you open the clamp. Fine point blade, you can barely see it, but there's the blade. I'm going to put it back in. Again, with a Maker, it's a little bit heavier duty, so if you're watching this and you have an Explorer 2, don't be alarmed that it's plastic instead of metal. That's a good thing. The fine point blade is interchangeable with the Maker and the Explorer 2, so if you've got both machines and one's not working, that's just fine. Trust me, I'm not a professional, but I'm member care, so I'm supposed to know what I'm talking about. And now it's telling me to load, unload. I don't know if you can see this, but it's giving me this button here is flashing. So it's telling me to load this. What you're going to want to do. So I cannot stress this enough. It's not just going to suck in the machine, and I'm going to actually move my computer back so you can kind of see this better. It's not going to just suck it in. You have to put a little pressure. So there's guides right here, and they're not super big, but there's guides right here. And they are, so line up the guides. Now, when you hit the flash and go, put a little pressure behind the mat like you're feeding it in. It's going to mostly do the work for you, but if you don't put a little pressure in, it's just going to kind of sit there and laugh at you. Not really, but it's just going to cut without the mat. So I'm going to press the flash and go. The Maker takes it in a little bit further than the Explorer does, but the goal is to get that Cricut logo underneath the rollers. So now it's giving me that flash and cut. I'm really excited. This is the end all be all. If you have decided this is the time before, if you want to change your mind, now's the time. So I'm going to hit cut because I'm ready to go. and we're gonna watch this go. So what the maker does is it actually takes it all the way back and forward. The Explorer will just take it back and start cutting. The maker is just a little bit cooler that way. No offense to the Explorer. So it's finalizing, and now it's saying, okay, we're gonna cut. Thankfully, this is a pretty easy cut, so it's not gonna take very long. We might have a cat who wants to stick her head in this because she loves watching it cut, and I don't know why she's obsessed with it, but she is. And if this is one of your first cuts, it's so fun to watch. And we are done. So now it's going to say press unload. It's flashing the load unload. All I have to do is do that, and it fades it out for me. Now we'll make another video on actually how to weed this, but if you can kind of see the cut result, but we'll make another video on how to weed the sticker.